the beginning of the whole story. It happened on the day I was drugged. And he was the one I chose.
建筑最的厉害。
A weak and powerless prince. But who would have thought that? He was actually the real devil. On the wedding night, an assassin broke in with a dirty thief.
你就这么对你的救命恩人？
你究竟是谁？想要做什么？
你会知道我是谁。至于我想做什么，以后我们有的是时间相处。
When everything calmed down, the weak husband came in.
看到殿下安然无恙，楚云就放心了。
Then we drank the celestial wine and immediately hoped to make a baby. But the plan failed. After the wedding, I found out that my husband Jiang was very pitiful. No mother to protect him, no father to love him.
你是我的夫人，我是你的夫君，如何，夫人？
But I couldn't give in because the revenge mission was still there.
这院子可还满意？
喜欢，特别满意。
喜欢就好。没曾想，夫人竟这般喜欢乐器。可否让我见识一下夫人的收藏？
夫君，夫君，夫君，昨晚是我们的洞房花烛，可是怪我。
以后必定日日是好日。
So I had to hurry up and have a child as soon as possible for bargaining power.
身体也没那么差吧？
我尝尝。
And there were dirty thieves who kept pestering me.
我可是救过太子妃的命，太子妃你我之间的感情，难道说你不想杀太子？你想把整个皇室的人都我来帮你怎么样？前提是，朝一日，我定要带你回边陲瞧瞧。别怕。
It was like my heart was playing a joke. I started to waver, but I had to control myself and hurry up and have an heir.
夫君，夫君是讨厌我吗？为什么都不肯同我一起安寝？
怎么会呢？我只是这几日。
更应该让我来照顾你吗？你我夫妻二人，是想留我一个人吗？
我们的婚事本身就是因为那场乌龙，我不想你后悔，我只是珍惜你。
我就是嫁给自己喜欢的人了，我喜欢你。
And made him trust, help him work, solve various cases successfully, even though I often had to meet dirty thief, and I started to wonder, Jiang Wenxi and the thief, they looked so similar, so I tried to prove it. Although he didn't reveal his flaws easily, I was sure that they were the same person. Since he was cunning, I had to get revenge. I had to complete the mission of having a child and let him do his homework diligently.
夫君，你近日来十分忙碌，今日可要多用一些。
夫人，用我这碗吧。怎么了？
啊，不是。
But he was evil.
不着急起身，你听，你的心跳声跳得如此之快，一定是吓坏了吧？
没有。你说你要保护我，你拿什么保护我？
Jiang Wenxi finally solved the civil service exam cheating case. He also received a lot of praise. I was happy too. Until I found out the truth, he was actually an evil man who had been deceiving me all along.
是他。张医生，我这个被你满门尽灭的孤女垂死挣扎好玩。
徐家卫，这论文是我的，但我不是灭你徐家满门的仇。
张医生，你放开我！
夫人，我不是你的灭门仇人，而是救命恩人啊！
你
Jiang Wenxi told me the truth. He was actually the one who saved my parents 3 years ago and took them to a safe place. But he didn't know who was behind it, so he asked me to cooperate with him to unmask the real culprit. But the journey was not smooth. We were always given challenging missions. He and I had to solve the missing money, counterfeit money, and money laundering cases because the enemy wanted to get rid of him.
"夫人这几日夜夜晚归，
夫君可要瞧瞧。
But because we worked together, we were able to get through it.
我们已经找到了关银的真正所在。
已经让江云浩损失惨重，要再想抓住他的把柄，水文高。
夫君近日劳神劳力，既然如此，快洗澡吧。
The enemy couldn't stand still any longer, so he tried to separate us two. Wanting me to join them, but I refused. So, I was kidnapped. Jiang Wenxi was very anxious, wanting justice in this matter. So it was hard for the third prince to make excuses because I disappeared at his palace banquet. So the king allowed Jiang Wenxi to search the palace. So everything went according to plan. We were able to find all the evidence so we could expose the villain's evil. But the biased king held a banquet, so everyone would forget about the chaos. So Jiang Wenxi was poisoned. The chance of survival was low.
江医生，你们江家的男人，我是真的看不懂。你若是想要算计我，对你多香啊！
So I went to get the antidote myself. So the king had his beloved concubine give it to me. And he also let me act like this never happened. But then I found out that it was Jiang Wenxi's plan to tear off the mask of the concubine who had poisoned his mother. I was very sad, angry, and afraid of losing him. Later, the third prince wanted to seize the throne. So I and Jiang Wenxi were hunted. We fought with all our might. So Jiang Wenxi asked me to escape. So I brought the army to help him. Finally, we were able to handle everything. The concubine could not bear the defeat. She wanted to take Jiang Wanxi's life, but he was faster. When everything was over, the king fell ill because of the concubine's poison. Jiang Wanxi offered him the antidote. In exchange, he confessed the truth. I then found out that the king was the one who framed my family. Because he was afraid of my father's general's power, Jiang Wanxi ordered him to issue an imperial edict to restore my family's innocence and let me decide whether to give him the antidote. So, I chose to let him suffer his own karma. 3 months later, things returned to peace. I wanted to leave to find my family.
你对我的用心，可是父皇和母后曾经也那么的恩爱。
我答应过徐将军，若是有朝一日你要离开，我定不会阻拦你。
But in the end, I chose to stay by his side because I was finally pregnant with a dragon.